Hello gorgeous, it's Denise here from Lucky Bitch, and today I want to ask you, why the hell are you resisting passive income? Because I know that you are in some way either resisting getting started earning passive income or taking your passive income to the next level. So this is a gentle smackdown from Denise, so let's get right into it. Now, first of all, you might be wondering, what is passive income? Now, one of the kind of definitions of passive income is money that you didn't have to work for. Now, in business, that is not true. It's just money that you earn from something that you've created before in the past. So it might not be having to trade your time one-to-one for money. Generally in internet marketing or online business, it's something that you've created once, put your heart and soul into it, and people can buy it without you necessarily having to do a lot of work to earn that money. Now, this starts to bring up some really interesting things for women. And so I want to talk a little bit about why you might be resisting earning more passive income in your business. And let's get really, really honest here. And the reason why I am so honest in this video is because I have resisted and I continue to resist passive income all of the time, even though I have a very healthy 7-figure business where most of it honestly comes from passive income sources. And I'll be honest to say too, you still have to do work in your business. I don't just go to the beach every day and sit there and money comes in. I still do a lot of marketing in my business. I'm the CEO of my business and I have to do managing in my business, but I'm not like out there sweating for the cash, okay? Now, the biggest resistance that I had to passive income at the start was that I felt like it was kind of icky. Like I was doing something a bit weird and a bit unsavory and maybe a little bit unethical, which is really, really weird because, for example, a form of passive income could be royalty from books. And you don't think of all those authors who are getting royalties from books. Think of some of your favorite authors, for example. You don't think they're doing anything shady every time you buy a book from them. You're just buying something that they created, sometimes 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, that they're still being paid royalties on today. But somehow in the internet marketing space, it kind of just feels a bit icky. And maybe you're worried about scamming people or doing something unsavory to earn passive income. And that's absolutely not true at all. The second reason that you might be resisting passive income is because you feel like it's cheating and you didn't really earn it. Now, let me give you an example. With my best-selling passive income course, the Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp, I have created that a couple of different times over the last couple of years. It's gone through 3 different versions, but I still earn passive income from it every single day, which is awesome. But the very first time I ran my very first course, it was the most stressful experience ever. I pulled an all-nighter almost every night for weeks. I created all the content last minute. I was super stressed out. I didn't talk to my husband for weeks. I didn't shower for weeks, I swear. And it was really stressful. But at the end of the day, I felt like I really earned that money. Because I put literally sweat, lots of sweat into that course. And you might feel the same way the first time you create something. There are tears, there might not be blood, but it's like you're putting your life's essence into creating something for the first time. If you've ever written a book and put that out, it feels like you're giving birth to a baby. It feels like this massive, big creative project. Well, then think of the second time you run it, and suddenly you don't have to do that work as much anymore. Well, for me and lots of other women too, we suddenly feel like we're cheating. We're like, oh, hang on, how am I allowed to earn this again when I'm not putting the blood, sweat and tears into it? And that is a money block that is very, very common in women. We feel like we really have to work hard to earn money. And if we don't work hard, then it doesn't count. So that really is a big one to overcome, that second part of, feeling like you didn't earn it. And so it doesn't count. And you're not allowed to earn it if it's easy. The third one is feeling like it has to be perfect or nothing. And this really holds women back. So you probably have a lot of stuff sitting on your hard drive already, or stuff that you've created that could be one of your first or next passive income products. But you think, well, it's not perfect, so I can't put it out. And let me give you a perfect example of this. So I created my manifesting course about 3-4 years ago. I ran it once or twice as a live course, and then I went into a recording studio, a professional recording studio, and I sat there and re-recorded the whole program so it would be, really nice sound. And then I did nothing with it for 2-3 years. Like literally, it just sat on my computer doing nothing. And because I thought, I don't like the brand. I had done like a DIY brand. I was like, it's not perfect. And then finally a friend just said, oh my God, just here's the name of my graphic designer. She's really quick. She'll do something great for you. And I really resisted paying the money for it. And finally I did, released it. Now this course makes me, on average, about $17,000 of passive income every single month. For something that I created a couple of years ago, the content is great. I get great feedback from it all of the time. It's a, $200 course and I make money out of it every single month. But I resisted that money for a long time because I didn't think it was perfect, because I was just resistant and thinking, it has to be super, super amazing before I'm allowed to put it out. And I was second guessing that all of the time. So let that be a big lesson to you that everyone does it, and you've probably got stuff that's already there. You don't have to recreate anything. You've already got stuff that you can repurpose. You can maybe put a new brand to it. You can upgrade some of the elements of it and get that out earning money for you straight away, because people need that information. And we get emails every single day from people who love that manifesting course. And I just think, God, imagine if it was just still sitting on my computer. All those people wouldn't have been able to access it. And I would have missed out on all that passive income at the same time. So that's a hugely important one about the perfectionism theme. Here's the fourth point: is you're probably resisting passive income because you feel like you have to reinvent the wheel all of the time. I see this all the time with women. You think, oh, but I've already done that course. I've already run it once. It was all right. I made some money out of it. It's like, great, run it again. It's like, oh, I can't run it again. Why? It's already there. And I think, again, it goes back to that first point of feeling like you're cheating if you're not creating new stuff all of the time. And I was reading a book, and Amy Schumer talks about how when you go and see her stand-up, she's like, 80% of it's the same material. I don't feel like I have to reinvent the wheel all of the time because it's my best stuff. And there's new people in the audience every single time. And the people who come and see you all the time and know all your material, they don't care because they love you anyway. And that's how I feel with this whole reinventing the wheel thing, right? You've got to think there are millions of people in the world who could be potential customers for you. So just because you've already found 10 of them doesn't mean that's the end of it, right? That doesn't mean that's the end of your customer base ever again. And I've done this myself, when I kind of got to 500 and then over 2,000 people in my Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp, it was like, oh, maybe I should do a different course now. And I was like, dude, there are a lot more people who need your work before you quit and create something else. So leverage what you've already got and don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel. You can improve the wheel. You can spray paint it in glitter every couple of years. And that's exactly what I did with my Lucky Bitch Money Bootcamp. The first version was me in my office. The second version was me and one camera guy. The third version, which is the current version, was a whole team involved, from set designers and, amazing graphic designers and a 4-person crew, and it's really pro, but it didn't start out like that. So you can start and you can leverage and you can improve things, but don't feel like you have to completely reinvent the wheel every couple of months or it doesn't count. Because that's where, you get really focused on something, get really, really known for it. And that focus does bring passive income. It's really, really great. And then the last point that I want to give you is you have to know in yourself that it's safe for you to create passive income. It's okay for you to make money out of something that you've done before. It's okay for you to make money out of something that's easy for you. It's okay to make money out of something that doesn't take a lot of work for you anymore to do. It's totally safe for you to make passive income. And when you really shift your mindset, then the other stuff does fall into place. You give yourself permission to make easy money. You give yourself permission to improve things rather than completely throw things out. You give yourself permission to be imperfect and take action anyway because people need what you're offering. It's really, it has to come from deep inside that it's safe for you to create passive income. Now, I did a whole live webinar on this whole kind of mindset of passive income. And, I'd love to gift that to you today. It's totally free for you to download and you can just watch it. I think it's 30 minutes or something, but I think it's a really good shift to make, that whole passive income shift, because that will completely revolutionize your business and your life. Imagine what that would be like if you could make money out of your skills and talents, that you could leverage things that you've already created to both help other people and make money as well. So I just noticed on my Lucky Bitch pattern, I've got my little money symbol on there. So if you want to download that, if you want to watch that today, I really recommend taking the time. That's at luckybitch.com/passive, as in passive income, just passive. Or if you're reading the transcript, you just click on the link and you can download that and watch that straight away, because it really is your time to take your business and life and income to the next level. It's your time, and guess what? You're ready for the next step. Bye. Hey there, it's Denise again from luckybitch.com, and I've got a very special free gift for you today. If you haven't read my money book yet, what are you thinking? Make sure you get it. It's called Get Rich Lucky Bitch, and every day I get tweets from women all around the world who are taking their income to absolutely new levels. Now, it's a very, very easy read. It's funny, it's easy to read, but most of all, it's designed to help real women like you uncover your money blocks and release them. So go over to luckybitch.com/book and I'll gift you not only the first 3 chapters, but a sample of the audio book as well. So if you're looking for a fun and inspiring take on money, you'll absolutely love my book, Get Rich Lucky Bitch. So grab your free gift now at luckybitch.com/book and start upgrading your money mindset today.